Rinse the baguette thoroughly under warm water. Don't worry about it getting soggy. The bread will absorb only as much moisture as it actually needs. Then place it in a preheated oven. Set the temperature to 400 degrees Fahrenheit and bake for about 7 minutes. After that, take the baguette out and notice the difference. The crust is beautifully crisp and golden, while the inside remains soft and fluffy. It's the perfect way to rescue stale bread, and also a great method for quickly defrosting it. Throw bread into boiling milk. You'll be shocked at what kind of dish you can whip up from this. Take regular bread and tear it into smaller pieces by hand. Then pour 1 liter of milk into a pot and cook it on low heat until it boils. Once the milk boils, add the bread. Cook the bread in the milk for about 3 minutes. Then, using tongs, remove the bread and place it in a bowl. The remaining milk in the pot won't be needed anymore. Let the bread cool slightly. In the meantime, prepare an egg mixture. Crack 3 eggs into a bowl and add some spices. Use a mixer to beat the eggs into a thick foam. Add this egg mixture to the bowl with the bread and mix again until you achieve a fairly smooth consistency. Then pour the mixture into a round buttered baking pan. Place it in the oven for 10 minutes at 200 degrees. After that time, take out the base and move on to the next step of the recipe. Spread tomato sauce over the base, then add grated cheese. The next ingredient is salami. Lay the salami slices over the cheese. You can also add your favorite vegetables. I used corn, mushrooms, and bell peppers. Place the dish back in the oven for about 7 minutes. After that time, take it out and serve it as pizza. It tastes perfect, and you'll definitely make it again. Frozen bread can taste as fresh as new, but one mistake could make it inedible. After defrosting, it may turn rubbery or overly dry. Can you freeze sliced bread? You're about to find out. I'll also share how to defrost bread to keep it crispy, with a few tricks you probably didn't know. When you buy bread in a bag and want to freeze it, it seems easy. Just toss it in the freezer. And that's true, it's simple. But once you take it out of the freezer, issues might arise. What if you only need a few slices? Do you defrost the whole loaf? Maybe you put it in the microwave. While it will thaw, it'll definitely become rubbery inside. It's better to defrost it in the oven right after taking it out of the freezer. Place the bread in an oven preheated to 170 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. During winter, a radiator can also be great for defrosting bread, but you still have the whole loaf. If you don't need all the slices, the bread may end up in the trash, and that's a waste. It's better to freeze the bread in slices. All you need is a bag, either regular or Ziploc. Stack the bread 2 slices at a time. Fold the bag in half to save space and put it in the freezer. Then, you can take out just what you need without defrosting the entire loaf. You can freeze toast bread this way too. If you want individual slices after freezing, separate them with aluminum foil. Stack 3 slices and place a piece of foil between them. You can fit 12 slices of toast bread in a bag this way, and it won't stick together. When you take it out, you'll have 2 separate slices ready to use. Remember, bread can be frozen for up to 5 months. For such long-term freezing, another trick helps retain its freshness. When you put the bread in a Ziploc bag, include a straw. Let the straw stick out of the bag, seal the bag almost completely, then suck the air out through the straw. Quickly pull out the straw and seal the bag tightly. Bread stored without air lasts longer and keeps its flavor better. After defrosting, it will surely taste delicious. Did you know these tricks for freezing bread? Flourless bread. Its baking method is quite surprising. Start by placing 500 grams of cottage cheese into a bowl. Next, add 40 grams of flax seeds. Also pour in 300 grams of oats. Add pumpkin seeds. Add a tablespoon each of baking powder and salt. Take 3 large eggs, crack them, and add them to the mixture. This will help create the perfect consistency. Then, blend the mixture into a fairly smooth mass using a blender. Thoroughly mix all the ingredients with the blender. Finally, add pumpkin seeds. Spread the dough on a baking mat, shape it into a loaf, and transfer it to a baking tray lined with parchment paper. Bake the bread at 180 degrees Celsius for 60 minutes. After that time, the bread is ready. Its crust is perfectly crispy, and the cottage cheese is completely undetectable. Once cooled, store the loaf in a jar to keep it fresh. Enjoy a healthy, high-fiber snack. Here is a tried-and-true recipe for a nutritious dinner. Start by cutting toast bread into small cubes, just as you usually do for croutons. Don't throw away the crusts. Instead, cut them into smaller pieces. Next, put them in a jar with milk and leave them for a while. Meanwhile, place the chopped bread on a baking sheet and put it in a preheated oven at 100 degrees Celsius. Bake it for about 10 minutes until it is crispy. Now, prepare the meat. Take 300 grams of chicken breast and cut it into smaller pieces. Cut 1 onion into 4 parts. Add the onion and chicken breast to a food processor or blender. After a moment, add the milk-soaked crusts. Transfer the blender's contents to a bowl. Add salt and pepper to taste. To improve the consistency, add 2 egg yolks. Mix everything well. The next step is forming the cutlets. Prepare a bowl of ice-cold water. On another tray, place the pre-toasted bread and the meat mixture. Wet your hands in the water and take a bit of the meat mixture. Shape the meat into an oval shape. Then coat it in the bread. Turn it over so that the cutlet is covered on both sides. Heat a pan over medium heat with a little oil. When it is ready, place the cutlets one by one and fry until they are golden on each side. Remove them and place them on a paper towel for a few minutes to get rid of the excess fat. You will be amazed at how tasty they are and how quickly they can be prepared. Pajarski cutlets are nothing more than ground chicken cutlets, but made a bit differently. They have been a staple in our home for years, and the whole family enjoys them.
A new way to have eggs for breakfast. My family asks for these every weekend. Start by grating 3 medium potatoes. Do it on a larger grid, then add sliced ham to those potatoes. Mix these 2 ingredients carefully. Add pepper and salt to this batch. After that, whisk 1 egg. Also add 30 grams of flour. The mixture will acquire a better consistency. Once again, mix carefully, then melt the butter in a frying pan. At this time, make a round form of the resulting mass, in which you also make an indentation. It should resemble a nest. Pour the eggs into the indentation. Fry them over medium heat for about 10 minutes. Preferably covered. Turn them over and fry for another 5 minutes until golden brown. After this time, remove them from the pan. Serve them with your favorite vegetables. Guaranteed that you will want to have them every day.